All right, everybody, welcome back to Pimp My Ark. This episode, we're going to be doing BDB Kirk. We've got myself, Neva, and Bane. Uh, Welcome to Pimp My Ark, Kirk. We want to go ahead and
Thank
get
you.
started.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course.
Thank you for joining, Kirk, and let's take a look at your arc and everything. Let's go ahead and start off by pulling up your commanders. We want to see what you got as far as commanders wise, real quick.
So my main is DS
Okay.
with various bits.
We'll take a look at the gear in just a moment. Excuse me. All right. Got a little Sister Wolf. Okay. Baby Reinhardt. Black. And there's a deal for a reason. All right.
Go back to the main screen, click on a commander, and then, nope, your commander screen, sorry.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, click on a S commander, and then go to the leadership plus symbol, and then leadership absorb. Just
Go all the way to the right.
scroll all the way over. I want to see any major.
Mm-hmm.
24, 21, 10. Okay, so not a whole lot.
What was on that Reinhardt, though?
No, all the way
I
over.
don't know what
Reinhardt's going to be one of the bigger. Yeah.
It's only 29.
29
Yeah, not a lot.
At this point, that's just a side project.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at your tech. Let's do your tech next.
Go to your tech. We want to see your basic, advanced, and talents. The basic battle.
Just the battle. It's bad we have to check to make sure everybody's at max now.
Yeah. Oh, we don't care about development.
Unless it's not maxed.
Yeah. 5, 7, 6, max. Max. No origins. Yeah, provisions, 1848. Okay, cool. Alright. Nice.
The only things
And
that I don't have are the dodge and defense for airship, but that's what I've mained really. So
yeah.
Okay.
We do eventually want to push those for sure. Alright, let's go to
Talents.
the talents now.
talents.
Yep.
Power base. No.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So first thing you want to do, regardless, Kirk, is go do a talent push, brother. You want to go to unlock that third tree. You're gonna want to unlock. Yeah, you definitely want to go try to get that third tree unlocked. How much wormhole crystals do you have on the arc right now? Just press one of them. I just want to see how many wormhole crystals you have on your arc right now. Just press one of them. Any of them. So you have 2,000. Is that enough to go?
no.
Enough to get? No.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to work on. That's 6, 12, 8. That's 3, and he's got 6. Yeah, he's got 6 to do.
I can do
Plus tier 3.
one
So you want to do a
slot.
talent push?
I mean, if he didn't do POA to 3, he would have. I mean, it's a minor mistake, but anybody watching level 3 or level 1 talents is more important than pushing up a specific talent. So just for future reference.
At first, at least. So when you're making a talent push, at first, at least. And then you want to worry about going back and maxing the ones that you're going to be using the main most of. So unlock your trees, get your trees unlocked, and then make your talent pushes. You want to make sure you unlock your trees for sure. So that's what you need to do. You need to unlock the rest of the talent trees. That way you can get to the third one. But you definitely want to open that up, and then you can start pushing on your talents there. Let's take a look at gear. Let's see what kind of gear we got to work with here.
Is that for your items, or do you want me to just go through?
You can go through the items. That's fine. It's however you want to do it.
This
Whichever's
one.
easier. Got a couple of arcades, got a couple of assault shields, formal highs, penguins, that's some stuff you can eat. Okay. Alrighty, and
What about bots?
let me see the DS again. Yeah, let's look at bots first. Yeah.
Go to your equipment. And look. Yeah.
Your
Items.
Yeah. Go ahead, your items.
Yeah, inventory, other, and then let's see bots.
Okay. Go back to your DS real quick. So, Vane, you still with us?
Yes. I just was. Sorry. Okay, what are we talking about?
We're looking at his DS. Let's make his DS better. He's running preemptive.
Okay, two hybrid. Two hybrid. The pants make no sense with that build. You're not going to tank anything because you don't have a broken fortress or absolute defense or damage reduction in the helm. So the pants really don't make any sense. You've got enough RWE with the chest. So pants need to be offensive oriented. Or yeah, pretty much offense oriented, and or you have to switch a weapon to a broken fortress, and then you can run the hybrid build, which I don't recommend for DS. Overlord's probably the best for a if that's your main for that damage.
That is my main, yeah.
Yeah,
I was just
that
testing out with the Regulus.
And or dodge, because you're running preemptive. So dodge is good versus squishy enemies like infantry primarily that are just going to miss you, and versus some air, but you're not going to be able to dodge like flak or anything like that because you're just not going to be able to do it with airships unless you have the high end gear. So one slot bust high damage is the target.
Yeah, this is what I usually run on in there.
Right. For future reference, if you upgrade a second set, do the Formalot last, Alcades first, because Formalot has the same base pen as the Alcades, and the damage reduction ignore doesn't upgrade. It's always 10%. So all you're getting is crit as opposed to attack and accuracy.
Yeah.
For future reference, Alcades are better.
Okay.
All right. What did you got available for chest piece?
We got Antares is good if you have something to go with it, like Fire Spirits or the new pants. Are you spending it all?
I am every now and then, yeah.
So you're not high spending.
Not high spending, no.
Yeah, then Fire Spirits are probably the only other option for pants other than Overlords that are going to be effective.
Yeah.
What is your awakening in your DS? What do you awaken usually?
I usually awaken dodge. I don't know what it is at the moment. Resistance weaken.
No, it's fine. It'll.
Oof, you're low on materials.
Yes.
If your resistance weakened, you'd be better off with an Antares. Since you have that, swap it out when you can. But you're still not going to dodge much with just Antares. What are your gems on the pants? You want those to be dodge. Doesn't make sense to have HP because you're not going to tank anything.
Okay.
Like it'll add tier space, but you want it to be dodge, especially if you do use overlords. You can get upwards of
But
300 plus dodge with between the
he doesn't
pants
run
and
Origins anyway. He doesn't have them unlocked, so he doesn't. It doesn't need to be
right.
dodged. Yeah.
HP would be good on a tank set where you're not dodging, etc. But HP is good for survival, except for when you run no survival gear, so it doesn't really help.
Yeah.
You're either gonna die or you're gonna die. That's your two options. So dodge. HP in the
You got
chest
what?
though, since
Yeah. Right now, what you got
there's
is you
no
got
other
the high
option.
damage, a super high damage build. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna be able to tank a lot of shit and everything like that with that particular build. You're just gonna, so you're gonna want to try to dodge as much as possible. So yeah, definitely switch out those gems for dodge gems.
Yeah.
No Ceph, no Gemini. What are you running for gems?
Kane's Andromeda for the penetration, Cepheus and Scorpio, and Perseus 3-piece. Wait a minute. This would be easy.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
I don't like
Just
not
the
having
silver.
Gemini.
Well, Cepheus isn't really necessarily needed.
No, that if you have to drop one, I'd drop Cepheus. I like Cepheus though because it's high damage, but you can't really do that, and that's the problem with Canes these days. It fucks up a lot of builds.
Yeah.
You kind of need Canes for a one slot bust though. I would drop Cepheus for Gemini, and
Cepheus
maybe
for Gemini.
and keep whatever high gem stat you can on the weapon for attack. What are your gems? Looks like your gems are a bit accuracy oriented. You want more attack. Your build's low on attack. Oh, okay. You want 0 crit gems.
Yeah. All that crit needs to
crit
go
is
away.
a dead. All those want to be attack. Every single crit gem you have wants to be attack.
Change
All
to
of them.
attack.
Right, and the penetration's fine. Accuracy, well, that's Andros, so it doesn't matter. Like the only time that's gonna matter is if you're using tier 10 infantry, which I doubt.
What about the chest piece then? Do I need to change that to defense or HP? Or dodge?
You want HP because defense is only useful with best offense. If you're not running best offense, it does nothing because penetration will ignore it. So all your gems should be HP in the chest. You
Yep.
can't get dodge there. It's HP or defense. So HP is better for survival, and it'll add tier space if you ever get those, which you're probably gonna want. What are you running for troops right now? Just Origins?
Ephogens.
We
Yeah,
don't have
that's
Origins.
what I meant. That's what I meant. Oh, okay. So you do have ICs. I recommend having Origins if for no other reason than they make better utility marches and they're safer from
Yeah.
SWE and whatnot. Make better farmers. They
Okay.
don't hit as hard at all, but they can utilize tier space, and that's massive. So
Yeah.
I would recommend unlocking them eventually, but it's not a priority because you already have a slot of gens. So DS is your main. You got that settled. You want a HP on the chest, dodge on the pants, and all attack in the weapons and helmet where possible.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a lot of HC. What's your tech look like? Was that maxed?
Yeah. Hyperspace is maxed.
What about your other ones? Work on the dodge. Yeah.
Just those two.
Yeah, the defense doesn't matter unless you're running black. If you're running black, defense makes a difference. Advanced airship dodge is good though, especially for one slot busts. So you're gonna want that, and you're gonna want Origins.
Okay. Yeah. Well. That was going to be my next upgrade, advanced dodge.
Right.
After that, I might sort of go for Origins.
Right. Origins and Cyans are pretty much the way you have to go, especially if you're going to branch out to having a tank secondary, which eventually you will want.
Yeah.
Or just for smaller marches, the Cyans and are harder to kill, make better utility marches, and same for Origins, have the tier space. So they're better for small marches, especially if you don't have full damage, etc., etc. They're better versus heal troops, and you need them for a tank.
Yeah.
What's your second?
Say again.
Who's your secondary?
Be Reinhardt. No, not Reinhardt.
Right.
He's too
Reinhardt.
small though.
Way too small. Unfortunately.
Way too small. Right. But you do have the right AI and you have the right idea with gear, essentially, other than maybe that chest piece. But the chest piece isn't bad.
No, it was there because it's obviously the higher level one that I've got out of quite a few.
Right.
Interchangeable between Ambition and Antarazon and Dragon Slayer.
Right. That works. Do you have a sweet set?
Yes, I believe I do.
I would stop working on Zedilius. Zedilius does nothing for you at all.
I
You
know.
don't have the
I
leadership.
did the event.
Oh, you got 40k on him in his A class. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I was hoping to at least see some medals out of him sometime soon, so I could actually transfer it.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's needed for status quo, and he's one of the hardest commanders in the game to get right now.
Yeah. Of course he is.
Yeah, because he sucks, but because he's a good plug-in, he's expensive. Actually, he doesn't suck that bad. He's got uses. It's just not ideal for most builds. What are we looking at? What is that?
That's for the Sui set.
Oh, plus 30 sweet set. Okay. 600%. Right. Yeah, so that's good. You got sweet set, so you can run a Sister Wolf. I would recommend getting a Black Knight for that, though. Don't run Walker chest piece sweet set. You see that mistake all the time. You want tier suppression because A, you're going to run into a lot of Reinhardts and Orochis. B, it's better for farming and hitting tiles and whatnot. What are your gems on
Would
that?
Shadow not work?
He's got a couple
No.
ambitions.
You
He can use
you
spare ambition.
want Black Knight or Ambition. Ambition is the better one, but Black Knight's cheaper.
He's already got a spare ambition, so he might as well just use that.
Right, if you have a spare. And what are you running for gems on it?
On the Sui set?
Right.
No idea.
Okay, first thing.
Virgo.
Virgo, you do not need a full set Virgo. You want 2-piece Virgo. You want 2-piece Libra. You got full Gemini, so that's good. Yeah.
Andrew.
Looks like you can drop half of the Virgo for Libra once you get. So you got 3 gem sets. So I'm assuming you've got an extra slot unlocked for that chest for some reason.
I mean, you don't need Andrew.
What?
On a sweet
What's
set.
on that? Well, if you're using it, you do. That's unfortunate. That's kind of a wasted. Like those chess pieces are dead. They're not in the meta at all. Period. The only one that is the void, and that's because it's high dodge. You want Sui to be universal, so having a troop specific chest is kind of pointless unless you're only running tier 11 walkers or whatnot, which you won't be for a Sui set. More often than not, you're going to run tier 11 infantry, for which walker specific stats do not work.
Yeah.
And so you could run a void, but technically you want to keep it universal. So, and I recommend Ambition / Black Knight because they're universal and they have tier suppression. Ambition long term, Black Knight short term, but you already have the ambition that you can use.
Yeah, I do have the ambition I can use.
That chess piece is expendable. I would eat it and use that 3rd slot on a better piece like the ambition.
I mean,
Andromeda isn't necessary for a sweet set, but if you've got the slots unlocked already, it's fine, and it'll help you in Endless and such if you do use it there. It would be the natural progression, but you don't need it. For future reference, if you make a sweet set, it does not need 3 gem slots. You need Gemini, 2-piece Virgo, 2-piece Libra, and there you have a sweet set. That's all you need.
Okay, cool.
Mine's at plus 40 and has nothing else on it.
Yeah.
But if you have the 3rd slot, that's fine. You can throw Andromeda on there.
Yeah.
But you're gonna want to get rid of Invincible.
Do you want to say goodbye to it?
Yeah, I would eat that. I would eat the Creator. Unless you need the bots for something else. Like, yeah, I would push your Ambition to 30 and throw that on there. Creator's a dead piece.
Yeah, you're not gonna lose
Invincible
it.
is mostly a dead piece. Till your gears off 40 on your main 2 commanders.
Shadow's bad.
Like,
Yeah, pretty much is on my main too.
Like, I have one shadow that I use at 30, but the only reason I do that is because it has HP for plasma. That's the only reason. And I haven't upgraded it enough.
He's never gonna make a plasma, so it's pretty much useless.
Right, yeah. No, Shadow's trash.
Unfortunately, and I don't know, Bane and Neva might disagree. I don't think you have the leadership or your main gear level high enough. I don't see you using a Reinhardt anytime soon.
Oh no,
Yeah,
you don't have enough.
No, you
30K
can
is
push
not-
that. You can push that to 100K and just use it to hit tiles and whatnot. There's nothing wrong with having it. You can't really, you don't want to eat that gear. It's too expensive to eat into DS for what little it'll give you. So like I would push it to 100, get that awakening up, just because fuck having a level 47 awakening. I mean, what's wrong with you? That, and like push the gear to 40, stop at 40. It's not going to do anything better for you higher than that.
Yeah.
Work on maybe getting a Magrez. That's about the only upgrade you could get that's cheapish, not too difficult to get, and good for a tank set. You can work that up as your secondary. Maybe like start pushing it to 300, but you want to focus on your main because you're one-slot bust and you're a little bit underpowered.
Yep.
So you need all the lead that you can get in your main.
Yeah.
I always recommend having a tank because it helps in All-Star, it helps in Ace, in Endless, etc. You know, having an anchor in front of you to give you first hit and whatnot. And
Well,
a
yeah,
100, 300K lead Reinhardt can be useful in All-Star, Cass and such, and for farming and tile hitting.
He's got what,
It's
a
a
level?
good cheap march.
Yeah, he's got like what, a level 27 AD. It's just I wouldn't focus
Yeah.
too much on the gear because like you still have some work to do on your
Right.
DS.
That's a dude on top of the roof. On top of the roof. Kill it. Sorry. My friend sucks.
Yeah, so having like a little utility Reinhardt's fine, but yeah, don't go crazy on the gear because you definitely want
Right.
to have your DS be your main. I mean, you can change it later, but and like Bane said, having a Sui set is awesome. You can put it on whatever you want.
Make it universal, though. You definitely want it to be total stats, not Walker stats.
Preferably Sister Wolf because she's
Yeah.
just a pretty good, sweet person. Yeah, don't.
Heck, you've got minimal extra gear there. You could run Assist Wolf and then throw the Sweet Set on Hancock and make it just interchangeable. Because you've got that gear you're working up right there on Sister Wolf now. It's a decent utility set. Get a red pupil and whatnot. Since you're a ways away from having full pen. Oh, you've got a pen lang. So you could start working that up to a second full pen set, but it's really not. There's no value there because you just can't focus your efforts on that gear. You need to get your main set to 50 first.
Yeah.
Like get a set to 30 and stop there.
Mm.
And what? And that helm's trash. Get rid of that helm. You can eat that helm too. There's nothing for no one. Even if you were to end up using Zedilius, you wouldn't want that helm. That set right there is a great utility set. If you get that to plus 40 later down the road, and maybe replace the helmet with a Ruthless eventually, but short term, you don't need more than plus 30. Just get that to 30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since you have the ambition there, that's a decent set. I would leave that like it is, push it to 30, and I would put the Black Knight on your Sweet set because that's all you need.
And what you Hancock is a sweep com.
Right, that you can switch that gear out between the two. They're utility. It doesn't matter. It's 20. Like I would bump them up to 20K. That's where I like mine at. That's like 80 tier 11 infantry is a good utility lead. I have Hancock and Sister Wolf, and I've got 3 different Sweet sets. I highly recommend having both of them in your arsenal.
It's even S class. There you go.
Oh, fabulous! So you have S-class Hancock. Like, fuck you. I don't have S-class Hancock.
I want to see your AI. What are your AI levels?
Yeah, that's Pioneer's correct, but your level is low, very low.
Yeah, see.
You need to keep working your levels.
Yeah.
That's something that like, I really don't understand how people are so low on their AIs. You should be grinding that
I mean-
every day. Do the cheapest as high as you can afford without being stupid. Like I
Yeah.
stop at once it says 1.2 million. I usually stop unless I have extra. Then we'll hit the 1.2 million.
Yeah, that's like I don't know how long you've been playing, but I've been playing a little over a year and mine's at 53 and I don't spend. So that's really low. And I mean, it's kind of up to Bane. I wouldn't recommend putting any more into the Rebel, honestly.
Rebel doesn't work at low lead. I would do AI 1 or heck, if you it depends on what you want your secondary to be. If it's going to be Reinhardt and you're going to put decent lead in it, then AI 1 at level 30, 40. Once you get your main to 70, I would push AI 1 to 30 or 40,
Yeah.
and then swap back to your Pioneer and start pushing that again. Like the way I have my AIs is my main 70, I have 2 at 40, and I have 2 at 20 that I'm working up to 30, and then I'm going to go back to my main. Because you have 5 commanders, and it's comparably cheap the way the cost scales. There's no reason not to have functional AIs. Just Rebel doesn't work at low level, so keep that in mind. If
Yeah.
you're not taking it to 50 or higher, there's no point. Do AI 1 is going to be way more effective at level 30 to 40. And with the way your leadership is, it doesn't matter too much. You're going to want 2 primarily. So you're going to want Pioneer, and you want to get that to 70. If you're not at level 70, you're not at anything for your main AI. That's just like that's where everyone should be by now. And if they're not at 70 or higher, they're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Or they're very, very low spend free to play. If you're spending it all like playing the events, plus if you're in a good guild, you should be getting enough to push your AI like a level or 2 every week.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think I get it. I think I
Like
get a level every week and a half.
Right. If the smaller you are, it is a little harder, especially if you're not in a bigger guild where you don't rank as high in what's that Imperial Invasion every week.
Yeah, I do
Also,
3
Starsea.
upgrades.
Start playing Starsea. Start playing All Star. Start playing Peak. That's free stuff that people don't grind enough.
Yeah. I do
Especially Starsea. Starsea is so easy to get points. You don't even have to kill enemies. You just have to kill the cheap filler marchers. That's how you get points. Is hop between planets and kill the ones that have the regular garrisons. Use your main 2 commanders. That's another reason it helps to have leadership spread a little bit with good AIs and a decent gear set on all 5 commanders. But being smaller, you definitely want to focus on your main 2. Your Reinhardt at 30k as is going to be a little bit tough, but you should be able to beat the basic commanders with that, especially once you get a decent AI. I would probably push Reinhardt to 100k and then go back to DS and start working her up because 100k is just decent enough where you can kill some things.
Yeah.
And it's not too much leadership where you're like, holy cow, I'm just not effective as a main anymore. You're not losing too much by that, and it helps a ton. Like me, I have a main, and then I have 2. I have a second one slot bust, and I have a tank at 200k, and I'm pushing them both to 300k before I go back to my main. But I don't recommend that for most. I would just do a main and a tank, and then your utility comms, 3 of them at 20k. That's all you need. You can farm, you can hit tiles, you can sweep. Sister Wolf, Hancock, and then whatever 5th commander you want. Something that could be effective with low lead, like being airships, probably Vega, because you can run attack gear. But then again, you have practically a second pen set, so you could run Black, you could run Golem. Heck, I'm surprised more people aren't running Golem.
Is there a reason?
Well, like Golem doesn't hit as hard as DS, generally speaking, because of that shockwave. But if you're running DS as a main, you only have so many options, and black doesn't hit a lot of things without high level gear. So as a lower level secondary, Golem should be used more often.
Oh,
It's
fair
high
enough.
damage. It's got a guaranteed hit, and you have power of airships, so you can supplement damage decently well.
Yeah.
And like, I'm actually surprised you don't see more Vegas. Like, throw a plus 40 attack set on a Vega, and you've got a usable comm with cheap awakening that's universal. You can run tank hybrids, you can run attack builds, you can run a formula and actually ignore damage reduction and ignore 100 all defense. It's not a bad commander. I'm surprised more people don't.
Yeah.
Try to like maximize your account. But since you have the pen gear, it wouldn't make sense to use a Vega. So you're limited as to options being airships, but you also
I
don't have
think
the tech.
vague. So what?
You don't have the tech, you don't have the leadership to do a different troop type. So I would probably do Golem since you have that B2 pen gear.
Yeah, it's B class at the moment.
Oh, that's Vega.
I ate him recently, I think.
I was talking about Golem since you got that Sui set, that pen set.
Oh, Golem. Yeah,
That guy right there. Since like you don't need to, like you could do black, you could do whoever you want, but you don't really have the leadership to make an effective black. So Golem at least has a guaranteed hit
Yeah.
for a fifth comm. That's what I would do. Is I would run that lineup right there, and then you could just work on a separate set for Sister Wolf because that gear will be interchangeable between all three of your utility comms. You got
So
sweet
that's
gear, you've got
perfect.
right. Like once you get to a certain point, you're gonna run out of things to upgrade. You can start pushing that to 40 and have a decent set. Maybe looks like you're trying to start a sweet pen build, or is that like a V1 pen build? I'm not sure what you're doing there.
The top builds are these are just like saves from ages ago that I, like tried to save my gear
Right.
just to know what I was running at the time.
Yeah, I would like if you want to keep that set on Sister Wolf, you could run Vega and start working up an attack set just to have a fifth comm, but not necessary. What golly. And
So
I'm a high believer in if using your slots effectively, since you're already 3/4 of the way to the third set. I'd try to get a gem on that, and well, I'd probably wait till you get an ambition to replace the Black Knight, and once you do that, throw a third slot on there, so you can get that Andro back since you're already mostly there.
yeah,
But you don't need that, so keep that in mind. It's just because you've already got most of it, you might as well finish it off.
yeah,
And then yeah, just remember that if a gear piece is gonna be used for blueprints, do not upgrade them. Otherwise, if it's not like a dedicated main or utility set, then it's a part of your bot farm.
yeah.
Yeah, like really, there's not that much to say. You've got your mains decently well set up. You just got to keep pushing.
There's just a few
Fair
little
enough.
tweaks here and there. Yeah, do not forget
The,
to
the
swap out those crit
biggest thing I would
gems.
say is your AI. Yeah, the crit gems need to be attacked ASAP. Other than that, your AI needs to be way higher, and you need a second one. That, and you want to make Reinhardt functional, so get him a little bit of lead, because you can run that with tier 2. So 100 to 300k lead, and go back to your main and grind hard.
Yeah, depending on what gem is for what set. I mean, you don't have to switch it over from defense to HP. I mean, you want HP, but I mean, I don't know what your gem setup is, but all that crit needs to go because it's doing absolutely nothing for you.
And if you have any accuracy gems, I'm not looking at each one you've got, but all those should be attack. You have a guaranteed hit. You're relying on that guaranteed hit. If you miss, it does not matter. You want damage. ASAP.
And so look at the piece of gear again. Square. You said get rid of Cepheus on.
I would drop it for, what was it, Scorpio or Gemini, whichever one you're missing.
Virgo, you said, I think.
It's unfortunate, but when you run Canes, you have guaranteed hits are key. If you miss, you're dead. Especially with the new gear coming out, you're going to want those guaranteed hits even more.
Oh yeah.
And like Cepheus is nice for the heal block, but if you're running Canes, which you kind of want, it's only so many options.
Gemini.
Gemini's usually the first gem that's always placed on because it's just so good.
Like this is basically the rule for every single main that's not a tank: is Gemini Scorpio every single time.
Yeah, at some point you're gonna have to go through and you're gonna have to use the boxes and then sell off the small percentages. You want 25 plus for the regular, and then you want the 35 plus for the advanced.
It didn't even give me one higher than that. Wow.
I would say 40
Yeah.
plus for blue gems. Don't use a blue gem that's not 40 plus. Preferably.
Or yeah, sorry, but yeah, make some room, crank all of those out because there's no point in having them there, just sitting there.
I was
Yeah,
about to say,
it's-
Grant, 35 plus is definitely not where you want to be on the blue
Yeah,
gems.
sorry, my bad. Yeah. I mean, for the most part, I agree with Bane. There's just a few little tweaking that you got to do,
Mhm.
and then kind of wait and grow. I mean, you're not in a bad spot. It's just
Your gear is solid. You're about where I'm at, where your gear is as good as it's going to get without spending much more. Like gear that you can get reasonably from events that's effective. But the only other thing you might want to try is like wait if you're going to spend and try and get some premium gear. But that's easier said than done.
Yeah. Well, I will change the Cepheus over at some point because while I'm on stream, it doesn't want to give me a gem higher than 27.9.
that's all right.
27.9 for blue. I wasn't watching.
No, for Gemini.
That's fine. 27.9 is okay.
Yeah,
25 plus
25
is okay. I mean, it's not a deal. Like I like 28, 29 percenters, but if you're struggling to get higher than that, 27 is fine.
Yeah.
It's the blue gems that you can't skimp on. They need to be 40 plus.
They're all 30 plus, 40 plus.
Yeah, that's good.
That one. Defense or is it HP? No, it's dodge.
HP.
Oh.
You want HP. The only time defense is better than HP is specifically on a com with best offense. That's it. No other time.
Or like what, 4 years ago? I mean, if you can go back in time, then yeah.
Well, yeah, before penetration came out.
Yeah.
Now that there's penetration, defense is literally useless. It does nothing except as a base stat.
I'm just saying, unless
Like,
you can time
literally
travel.
black only in this.
Unless you can time travel, yeah,
Well-
defense is bad.
Well, we haven't perfected that just yet, so maybe soon, but not yet.
This needs to be attacked, doesn't it?
Yes, crit needs to be attacked. No crit gems. Like you have crit gems in the helm, and I mean you have crit from the helm and the pants. That's enough. If that's not enough, plus airship based tech, you're fucked anyway. So gems aren't going to help you there. You want base damage to supplement, and base damage is attack. That's a lesson for everybody. Gems, you want all attack on most one-slot busts. Like, I use one crit gem in a few of my sets. Like, for my sweet set, I'll use one crit gem and whatnot, because in things like Peak, and where tech doesn't count, and if you're running like a sweet set, you got like 600% crit damage, which is stupid, but you want it to land. So one crit gem helps in like Imperial and whatnot. But on your set, you've already got 2 crit pieces of gear, so you don't need that. If you don't crit, then you're fucked, and you don't have enough base attack.
Yes. Other than going through all of your gems and stuff, do you have any other questions for us, or?
Not really. I think you pretty much gone through my stuff, at least.
Okay, yep, just a few things you got to work on. Yeah, this will be on YouTube if you ever have to refer back to it. I appreciate you letting us record this and going into your arc.
It's a
guys-
violation.
You guys want to do any outros you can, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
All right, Kirk, thank you for joining, man. Appreciate that, man. I'll reach out to you and everything to make sure keep up with you on the progression and everything like that to make sure the DS is looking solid and everything. But just keep on that right path, man. And other than that, make sure y'all like and subscribe to Grinch's channel. That way we can
AI.
continue to do
Upgrade
this.
the AI.
Oh yeah, definitely push the AI for sure.
Cheers, guys.
All right, later, brother.
All right, we're out.